This is our protagonist, Rex, and he's a dog digger. He never really fit in because of it. In fact, he never even had any friends. He was created when a drunk old man forced himself on a stray dog. The dog died after giving birth to him. Because of his father, Rex had to live his life as a freak rejected by society, so one day he will find that man and grape him. One day, he was literally walking out from the barbershop, but some digger was following him. Suddenly, that person jumped from the building and attacked Rex. Rex was able to dodge the attack and wondered who this digger is. Rex admits that this person's moves are pretty fast and thinks that it's getting interesting. The person asked him if he's Rex. Rex answered yes and asked him his name. The person didn't answer, so Rex asked him to get out of the way. But the person is here to kill him, so he got ready to fight. The person moves really fast. Rex barely dodged some of his attacks and tried to land a punch. But the person was able to dodge it and started burning the whole city. After hundreds of buildings were destroyed, a figure walked out from the smoke. Seeing that figure, the person finally reveals his name, which is Neo. Neo said that he was sent here by Rex's father to kill Rex. Hearing that, Rex jumped out from the smoke and got ready to fight. He said that he ain't letting nobody stop from graping his dad. Without wasting a moment, Neo jumped toward Rex and attacked him. But before the attack could land, Rex grabbed Neo's leg. Rex was about to slam Neo on the ground, but Neo was able to free himself and then blew up the whole area where Rex was standing. Even after taking the full force of the attack, Rex was able to survive. Rex slowly got up and said, "The same day I got a cut, this digger shows up and destroys it." After taking the attack, a big hole was created and Rex fell into the sewer. When Neo didn't come down for a while, Rex called him down. Neo listened to him and immediately came down. Seeing that Rex still wanted to fight, Neo asked him to just give up. As Rex said that he will not give up, Neo appeared in front of him with a sword. Rex barely dodged this attack, and the attack that came after that. Then, Rex appeared behind Neo and hit him with a really strong punch. Rex wondered if he was able to defeat Neo, but right then, Neo walked in front of him saying that he's strong, but lacks skills. Even though he said that, he has realized that Rex's strength is monstrous. If Neo hadn't dodged that last attack, he would have been in big trouble. Now he knows why they chose him for the job. He thought he needed to pay extra attention, one wrong move and he's dead. Neo was worried a little but then remembered that he has an ace up his sleeve. On the other hand, Rex was thinking the same thing. But Rex would not back up no matter how strong the opponent. He said that he'll beat him up like every assassin up until now. As they were about to start the fight, they looked toward each other and thought at the same time, this digger is built different. With that, the fight started again. Rex prepared a punch, but at that moment, Neo disappeared and then appeared behind him. Neo jumped toward Rex with a really powerful attack. This time, Rex decided not to dodge, but to stop the attack, and he was able to do just that. He grabbed Neo's sword with his teeth and broke it. But instead of feeling worried, Neo smiled. Neo said to Rex that he feels sorry for him because Rex was born like a monster and is going to die like a monster too. Suddenly, Rex realized that he couldn't move. As he was thinking what happened, he looked at Neo's eye and noticed that it looked a little different. Rex was wondering what's going on. He wondered if he got paralyzed, or whether Neo stopped time. Unable to move, Rex asked him what he's waiting for. He should kill him already. Hearing that, Neo asked Rex if he's really planning to grape his father. Rex answered that he's not going to just grape him, but also kill him. Those people just don't deserve to live. At that moment, Neo was about to say Rex's dad's name, but Rex angrily asked him to stop. In the end, Neo didn't say the name and landed his final attack. The flames scattered everywhere and burned everything in their path. Neo was thinking that Rex died and was about to leave. Right then, a figure moved in the smoke. Neo was really shocked and scared, noticing that. He wondered how he survived that. He was even frozen at that time. The next moment, Neo calmed down and thought that he could still do it. As Rex appeared in front of Neo, he immediately realized that Rex was going for his penis. He quickly attacked Rex, hoping to deflect him, but he was too late. Rex was about to bite Neo's penis at the last moment. Neo fell to the ground, covering his injured D. Rex looked at him and said the name of the attack he just did, Dark Fong. Then, Neo slowly got up calling Rex screwed up in the head. Neo said to him that he's dedicating his entire life just so he can end another, and that is pure evil. Hearing that, Rex pointed at Neo and said, "Digga, aren't you an assassin?" As Neo heard that, he remembered the time when he was just a kid and his father made a decision to make him an assassin. Neo started crying, asking Rex to not act like he knows everything about his life. Rex agrees that he doesn't know about his life, so he asks Neo to tell him. When Neo was a kid, he was drawing something on paper. The drawing was about to complete, only one eye was left. Neo got up to sharpen his pencil when he heard footsteps. The next moment, someone knocked on the door. The person angrily said to Neo that he's late for his training again, and hopes that Neo knows what that means. The person asked Neo to open the door, but Neo couldn't move. After some knocking when no one opened the door, Neo's dad broke the door and entered the room. His dad glanced at him and asked him what he's waiting for. Neo tells him that he's coming in a moment and asks his dad to go. As Neo completed his sentence, his dad appeared in front of him and slammed him in the wall. Because of that, the drawing that Neo was hiding behind his back fell down. The dad noticed it and picked it up. He asked Neo what this is, but before he could answer, his mom entered the room. She asked Neo's dad why he does this every time. She asked him to give Neo some slack. She said that Neo just took some time to draw, it's not that big of a deal. As she picked up the drawing, she suggested that they should ask Neo what he wants to do instead of forcing him to become an assassin. She looked at the drawing for a moment and told Neo with a smile that it's a good drawing. Neo, who was crying, smiled hearing his mom and said thanks to her. Suddenly, Neo's dad kicked her in the face and said that it's not a good drawing. After knocking her out, he asked her to stop gassing that little digger up. He said that Neo will not become an artist. He needs to work hard to be an assassin because it's the family business. Right then, Neo snapped and ran to attack his dad. He tried to attack his dad, but he easily dodged all of his attack and then slammed him onto the ground. But after seeing some of his attacks, the dad forgave Neo and asked him to come to the training in 10 minutes. He was about to leave, but before leaving the room, he decided to complete Neo's unfinished drawing. He took out his guns and shot at the drawing, creating the other eye. With that, the dad left the room, laughing. Neo was on the ground crying, thinking he doesn't want to be an assassin. He wants friends. He wants to draw. But he can't even draw a friend. He thought that his dad wouldn't even let him take with the other kids. Neo just feels lonely. He doesn't want to be an assassin, but thinking about his mom, there's no other choice for him. Hearing all that, Rex put his hand on Neo's shoulder and told him to just beat that digga. It is his own life, not someone else's. Rex told him that he didn't have to be an assassin just because someone else said so. If he wants to become an artist, then he should become an artist. Neo was about to say that it's not simple, but Rex stopped and told him that if his dad is giving him problems, he should just grape him and move on. Right then, Rex reminded Neo that he owes him $50 for the cut. Hearing that, Neo got angry and reminded him that he bit his PP off. So there's no way he's giving him $50. The next moment, Rex ran away because he heard sirens, which means cops are coming. He doesn't want to get put in jail. Suddenly, he stopped and said to Neo that he hoped to see him again. Neo was shocked at first, but then realized that this day, he has made his first real friend. After some time, the cops arrived at the scene. Seeing everything destroyed and burned, they wondered if a meteor fell here. Rex was walking on the street the next day when he saw a TV. A news reporter was talking about the destruction that happened last night. She said that people speculate that this happened because of a meteor or a forest fire. But some even go as far as to say that this is a work of highly organized terrorist attack or some type of monster. Then she reveals that so far 26 people are injured and 4 are found dead. Rex was really shocked after hearing that and quickly tried to calm himself. In anger, he punched toward the glass, but stopped it before it hit. Nearby, 2 people saw him doing that and assumed that he was trying to steal something. They decided to call the police and kept an eye on him. But as they blinked only once, Rex disappeared from their sight. Right then, a little kid came running and accidentally bumped into one of them. The man angrily asked the kid to watch where he was going. Rex was walking on the road in a really sad mood. He thought that he just couldn't stay out of trouble. With all the rumors about the monster destroying the city, he can't afford for people to see his face. Thankfully, they didn't see him because of the hoodie. He was crossing the road thinking that 4 people died. He can't believe that many have died. It wasn't entirely Rex's fault though, that Digga Neo was there too. He quickly took out Neo from mind and clenched his fist, thinking that he himself should have been careful. He remembered how Neo called him a monster and wonders if he really is a monster. While he was thinking that, the same kid from before tried to bump into him, but Rex's senses were really sharp, so he dodged the kid, because of which the kid fell down. Without saying anything, the kid ran away. While he was running, he fell down and dropped on the floor. Right at that moment, a construction material broke its rope and started falling down. But before it could squash the kid, Rex noticed it and saved the kid. Instead of saying thanks, the kid saw Rex's face and got really scared. Rex tried to talk to him, but the kid was so scared to talk. He ran away, calling Rex a monster. Rex saw the kid running and wondered why it is always like this. He knows this feeling way too well. He can't say he's not used to it. He tried to help, but what does it matter if they just run off screaming? He tries to help but people just call him a monster. At night, Rex came back home and immediately fell to his bed thinking that he felt terrible. He's so tired. There's a pain that's eating him from the inside. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't even know what pain he's feeling. But it hurts him too much. He was thinking about ending it all and looked at his hands. Suddenly, an eye appeared on his and reminded Rex of his goal, graping his dad. The next moment, everything went back to normal. Rex couldn't understand what happened. He concludes that it wasn't a dream. He wondered if he himself was the one who said it. He wondered if he really wanted that. He wondered if completing his revenge would ease his pain. Outside, a dark figure was standing on a building. He received a phone call from someone. The person said to him that a whole day has passed, and the boss is very displeased. The person said to him that he himself is still alive, but he's not dead yet. The person demanded to know from the figure about the meaning of that and asked him if he escaped from the fight. The figure answered no and said that he didn't escape. The target let him go. It turns out this person is Neo. Before the person could ask anything further, Neo asked them to tell the boss that he's leaving. Saying that, Neo burned the phone and said, "It's all or nothing from here. I am snitching." The next day, Neo entered a store to buy something. He looked around for some time and found what he wanted. He purchased a Band-Aid and was about to leave when the shopkeeper turned on the news. A news reporter reported that scientists from Virginia have been able to fully recreate a T-Rex from just DNA. It is currently being kept in check by the state military. In a few years, they might even see them appear in zoos all over America. The shopkeeper laughed hearing the news as he thinks they're just kidding. Hearing about T-Rex, Neo left the shop thinking she would probably be there then, kitty. Outside the science facility of Virginia, a mommy with cat ears was walking. She appeared in front of the facility and decided to complete her mission quickly and go back. 15 minutes later, a lot of guards were standing in front of her, but they couldn't shoot because their bullets mysteriously disappeared. As they refilled their guns and shot at her, she dodged their bullets and appeared behind them. She uses her powers and all the guards just disappeared. Seeing the scene from camera, a doctor picked up the gun himself and went to deal with her. He stood in front of her and asked her to not move, but she didn't listen and kept on moving. The guy threatens her that if she moves, he will shoot. Kitty didn't care and asked him to shoot. Scared, the guy emptied his gun at her, but no bullet hit her. The next moment, the guy also disappeared. After taking care of everything, she thought that building a time machine and going back in time to get a T-Rex is probably less of a hassle than this. But at least she had some fun. While thinking that, she entered a room. The room was filled with grass and trees, because there lives a T-Rex in this room. The T-Rex appeared in front of her, but she didn't get scared and said, "Oh, so you want a piece of this kitty too?"